Hello everybody and welcome back to Alan Wake Remastered. The last time that we played, we finished off episode 1, and we began episode 2 with the little flashback thing that always happens, so we're going to continue. I think it's going to probably play that again, but I think hopefully I can skip it. Oh no,
Back here, sweetie.
we're here.
How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
Alright, well, before I do that...
Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night,
Hi.
but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
So yeah, so Alice, you know, she's a photographer. She takes the pictures of Alan, but also she does the art and stuff for Alan's books. Oh look, there's another QR code. So we have a manuscript page here. So we got the Sunstop 1 and 2.
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
Almost sounds like Max Payne doing that.
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my
That's
revenge.
a Toads the Fall song.
It had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now, my wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
See? Max Payne. We keep driving to the night. It's a late goodbye. So like, sudden stop, Standy. Yeah, so, but it's Alex Casey, you know, is the character. So he has The Fall of Casey, The Things That I Want, Alex Casey, What I Can't Forget, and Return to Sender. And then, of course, so Return to Sender, I believe is the book that came out before The Sudden Stop, which is, so I think in order, I think they do have this, so it's Alex Casey, the Things That I Want, The Fall of Casey, What I Can't Forget, Return to Sender, and then A Sudden Stop. I think that's how they go in order. I think that's what it is supposed to be anyway. I don't know. I can't remember. I know that people have said that there's an order to it. Oh, there's a radio show here. So yeah, it's good. There's a blizzard out here in New York.
Freezing rain and heavy snowfall have necessitated a winter storm warning in the entire tri-state area. People are advised to stay indoors as many roadways are already closed, and city officials are not expecting snow crews to keep up with the weather. We're now on the third day of the blizzard, and the weather is not expected to clear up anytime soon.
Man, I honestly kind of miss this kind of weather. Like, I love blizzards. Like, yeah, sure, you know, you probably wouldn't want to live, like, in New York during, like, the blizzards and shit, but I miss this kind of weather. I'm not gonna lie. Like, for me, I really miss it. Oh, brand new TV, a CC TV? Look at that. Big old thing. It's gonna go right there. Plop. I mean, if I lived in a New York apartment like this, I had, like, a big-ass balcony like this, and, you know, like, all this kind of room, I would definitely want to live here. Like,
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
there's a note. You can't, like, go to it, but it's from Parliament Tower. Building maintenance will need access to your unit between 9 and 9:45 a.m. this coming Thursday. Replace the filters in the air ducts. So yeah, I would love to live in a place like this, especially with the blizzards and stuff.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
We already looked at them.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called.
Alan?
Oh.
Alan,
right
please
here.
check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry.
Where is the fuse? Oh, here it is.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay, hi.
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay.
Go read the first 6 that are in
When I
there.
was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
Question is, why was he
Maybe
just
you are a
keeping it
liar.
under the couch?
Thanks for this.
Making out what the characters are trying to do. Like I said, I miss the Blizzards, man. Present day, here we are.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
Like shit.
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the
Yeah, he
station
was out
to
fishing,
take a look
clearly.
at the cut in my head.
He was on. It was his day off.
I'm sorry you had to
He was
cut your
fishing.
morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, doesn't really matter, I suppose.
Look at Alan's
But it
face.
can be very relaxing out there.
That's my face right
You
now.
can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
Anything else around here we can take? No. Missing poster.
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver.
You seen this man?
Everything seems to be fine.
Knack for winning contests. That's a key feature. Missing Richard Baugh, Bruce Dansky, Jacob Miller on a camping trip overdue. They haven't been in contact. Well, you know. Oh no, there's a missing kitty. So sad. So there's There's a sheriff's office. Talk to Sarah. We are going to snoop
Mr.
around the
Wade,
rest of this place.
The sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor.
Thanks.
That was Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
She'd fit right in where I come from.
As you can see, she's a little obsessed with maintaining the light bulbs of the whole town, refuses to step on shadows, things like that. Back in her
Yeah, we
day,
met her in the
she
diner.
wrote about all sorts of weird things in the paper. Bright Falls has a colorful history. Of course, what small town hasn't?
It's true. Cell area, that's locked. Can't go in there. Poke around in there. There's a coffee thermos. And a manuscript page. Alice sees
looked
a
through the
shadow.
viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
So she saw the woman from the diner in the dress.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the brake float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsals today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
Well, we already know what happened to Stucky, so.
The sheriff wants to see you in her office, Mr. Wake.
I know, I'm going. Wait, read what? Oh, the posters on the wall.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
It's charged now. Thank you for charging my phone.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure. I
Here
can't
it is.
remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
Can you see that? So if you notice while they're talking, there's a note right here on the top of these papers that's from the Federal Bureau of Control.
Cauldron Lake?
If you can see
How
right
did you end
there.
up at Stucky's gas station?
Oh, God damn it!
wanted
It
to
says
tell her what had
FBC on
happened
it.
last
Federal
night,
Bureau of Control.
but I
Ask
couldn't.
Dad about
She'd
this.
lock me up.
If you remember, her father was the undercover
Excuse me.
cop
I need to take
for the Federal Bureau of Control.
Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife
Who
again.
is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I need some fresh air. Can I go out? In the back, maybe?
Of course, Mr. Wake. I understand. You can get there through the cells. Deputy Grant can show you the way.
I'm sorry. All of this, it's just a lot to take in.
Take your time, Mr. Wake.
So,
I
kidnapped?
understand.
Uh-huh.
Can I ask you what the call was about, Mr. Wake?
It's personal.
Well, we are looking for your wife, and I'm going to need your cooperation if I'm going to help you.
I need a moment, after I get some fresh air.
Okay. You can find me here. We'll talk when you feel up to it.
So yeah, remember like I said, her dad, Frank Breaker, was the undercover cop working for the Federal Bureau of Control that we had learned about. And this note right here says Federal Bureau of Control from William Kirkland, head of the investigations, classified to Sheriff Frank Breaker, Bright Falls PD. Ask Dad about this. So that is the Control Easter egg that I'm aware of that's in this game. Very subtle. Wouldn't know unless you'd looked. So, all right. So somebody's claiming to have kidnapped Alice.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor. Just don't mind Walter in there. He's one of our regulars.
I I thought he quit drinking for good.
Hey!
Oh, no
hey,
such
mister!
luck. He went on a
Hey, can you
bender and
turn
beat
the
Danny
light?
pretty
The
badly. He
light's
started
on!
shouting
The
like that the
deputies,
moment he
they
woke
won't...
up.
They don't understand. Thank you, man, thank you. Hey, you're alright. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different.
Alright. Manuscript page here. The dark presence in the
spite of its
diner.
Human mask. To describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
The lake.
You know,
The other cell's not
shouldn't
open.
even be in here. The cops, they got it. Oh.
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, "Go through the fence on the left."
Alright, well, let's play the radio.
It's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deer Fest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting, the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
I always wondered, like, what these things were. I think they're, like, supposed to be, like...
The caller had told me to
some
find
kind
a
of
hole in
plant.
the fence behind the police station.
They're, like...
There was something for me.
They're just,
in an
like, really...
abandoned car.
They're really bad looking, to be honest. See, they're supposed to be, like, some kind of plant, but I don't know. But they're sticking out of the ground. They look like little tombstones. Come out of the ground. Anything else around here I can fuck around with? Let's go. Yeah. Ugh. Wake at Lover's
The
Peak.
kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall and the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
Oh, I guess you know what's going to be coming up.
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Ow! What the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
Oh, he's passed out.
A writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the
Oh,
damage
boy, it's
the
Hartman.
Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable little outing. They are not...
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh, hey! Oh, my!
Take it easy.
Oh, here comes Barry.
Hey, nobody move. Get your hands off of my client.
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
Well,
I had to talk to someone.
Clearly,
I
Alan doesn't
told
like
Barry
Hartman.
everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story.
Oh yeah,
I had
Barry
a
drives a
midnight appointment
Hummer.
with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow, I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee.
Great.
He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan.
And, more importantly, a fan. Bucktooth Charlie, the Columbian mammoth. Skeleton of a Columbian mammoth. This specimen, estimated to be 14,000 years old, was recovered from the La Brea tar pits in 1981. It was donated to the Elderwood National Park in 1998, where the Columbian mammoth became Washington's state fossil. Named Bucktooth Charlie, it has since become the park's official mascot. Very cool. Oh, there's like little wooden bear carvings. Oh, I want a Bucktooth Charlie mammoth plush. Somebody buy me a Bucktooth Charlie mammoth plush and you send it to my house. It's like talks about like it's a timeline of evolution: Paleozoic era, Mesozoic era, Cenozoic era. Deer.
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice.
No!
And everything's just...
Understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong. It's a good story. Could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey,
This is
Rusty,
Max.
right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No, this whole thing... Listen, you hit your head.
I know what happened. Barry will. You'll find out soon enough, Barry.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
Thanks. Feel better,
If
Max.
you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that.
Ah, well, yeah, we knew
If
about
you're trying
that.
to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now. Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who...
He's just gonna keep going. He'll just keep talking.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. But you're my best friend and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Yeah.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be deliverance all over again.
With inside.
Bless you.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what. This is so not worth a 15% commission.
He's just gonna keep sneezing it up. It's a really nice cabin. Nice thermos. Some batteries. What do we got here? Well, I mean, we'd keep the lights on, wouldn't we? That's what we would want. Alright, so we'll head out the back to the field of apparent... I'm gonna call them like, I'm gonna call them dead polygon plants.
I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Locking the door now.
Thermos there. Okay, well. Time to head to Lover's Peak, eh? Through the dead polygon plants. I don't know if this is just like
the cops. This wasn't the smallest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry.
I don't remember them
with Barry
being
for
like
trying
this
to
in the
talk me
original
out of
game.
it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
It's hard to know if there's like something on the ground, because if it was a manuscript page, you couldn't see it because of all this stuff. Remastered, by the way. There we go. There's one. Barry doubts Wake's sanity.
With Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
That makes sense. What was that?
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. It wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest.
Of course, I mean, you know, like I said, Barry drives a Hummer, so, I mean, he's the type of guy that would rent that. Well, what would you like to rent, Barry? What do you got that guzzles literally all the gas? Well, I got a Hummer. Yeah, that's what I want. I want something that, gets little to no gas mileage. Exactly what I'm looking for. Yeah, I think this is like just like a bug with the like a graphical bug. Because this really, like I said, I really don't think that I don't remember it being like this. Is there anything in the options maybe that graphics? I mean, film grade? No, I mean, yeah. I'm not saying that it bugs me, like as if it's like I'm upset with it, but I just don't want to miss something on the ground because.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage.
See the guy out there?
No plan, really. Just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly, Pat. But I'm going to check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Oh, yeah. It's my kind of exercise.
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
But you're not taking part in the fishing contest?
No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore. Now I just like to take my time and enjoy the peace of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm catching, you know?
Considering your track record, the participants are probably pretty happy you feel that way.
Well, Pat, that's kind of you to say.
Oh, I could have turned the lights on the whole time. Saw you out here, man. Think I didn't. It's like a grass. Oh. This nice little balcony here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Got a rumble. Little RV here. We have another cabin here. Hey, let's kick the door in, Alan. Jeez. This is an episode of Night Springs? Hell yeah.
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish. Especially in Night Springs.
Night Springs.
Tonight's episode. The Man in the Mirror.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
like his face.
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. But the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Ugh.
Do you really think that's
a fucked
in
up
any
thing to
way
say.
relevant to me?
Pretty red now.
I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
What? Yeah, there you go. What a strange little episode, right? Alright. Down the road we go. Through the polygonal death. Script page. Rusty
The air
dying.
in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
So Rusty had read a page and realized that he was going to get attacked.
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
This is Rusty.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming!
Please, help me! Anybody? Help me!
Just ripped through the visitor center. Coffee thermos here. Rusty attacked by the dark
visitor
presence.
center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken rib stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone. The ranger's office was locked. I'd need a key to get in.
Rusty's keys to get in. Let's not touch that. I don't think there's like anything probably just like hiding in the deadly polygonal grass. It does look like a bug, does it not? I don't know if somebody's reported this, but
Hello?
Back here! I'm back here! Hey, please help me!
not so remastered after all, huh? Oh, finally I can get my hands on one of these.
I'm hurt. I can't move.
Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must. The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened.
Yeah, apparently people have talked about the grass being bugged. While I was going on, I was like looking. So yeah, most people have talked about the it being bugged and everything. So, well, it's all right. Don't worry, Max, you're a good boy. Yeah, we'll just pretend it's not a bug. We'll just pretend that all the grass around in this area, in this whole place, looks like this. That's what we'll pretend.
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
Go in here. Manuscript page there. Wake reaches a safe haven of light.
I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
All right. Let's see here. Ah. Yeah, give me that. Was that? Can I open this door? I don't think so.
I was too late.
Oh, shit.
Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Oh, shit. I forgot about the oil patches. It's too late for him. Max, I'm coming.
Something had torn a man-sized hole in the wall.
Don't feed the animals.
Uh-oh, now Rusty's one of them.
Fishing is only
There he is.
Who? Heard yourself, Park. Fishing. License. Obey.
So Rusty, he's like, he's got this like weird sprinting ability.
2 bears and wolves never approach any other wolf closer than 25 yards. Cats must be leashed at all times. Never leave
He turns invisible.
To remove any natural objects or historical artifacts from the park.
Sorry, Rusty. You got some more gas. Revolver ammo. The light. We go down here, but can we jump over this at all? No.
What the hell was that? I saw from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
Attack of the polygonal grass. Rusty's final thoughts.
Last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
Okay. Some more batteries. God, look at this. It's like, this is like really not good. I think maybe if we like quit to menu and like restart, it'll like fix it. Maybe. Hey! There we go. That's all you have to do is just quit the menu and fix it. Oh, we've been playing this the whole time the hard way. Oh man, it makes me want to go back up here and see if there's anything I missed. Well, that section of the game will be known as the attack of the polygonal grass. Don't worry, it was just an altered world event. It was just an altered world event that happened. Fucking Alan can't run worth a shit. He's definitely out of shape.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
Yeah, but there's a moonshine cave over here. I want to go in there, because there's a... So yeah, there's actually an achievement for finding every one of these boxes. If I remember. Moonshine Cave, site of frequent bootlegger activity throughout the Prohibition. Yeah, you can read it if you want. Cave was a site of frequent and lucrative bootlegger activity throughout the Prohibition. It was mostly used for temporary storage of alcohol smuggled from Canada, but at times alcohol was also distilled on the premises. In the cave. Nonetheless. Yeah, shot. What the fuck? What's that for? Oh, 5 of them. Okay. It's like, what is that for? I didn't find them all. Alright, good old shotgun. There's like some bigger guys we'll come across later that definitely the shotgun's useful for. Alright, down this path. Uh-oh. Hey, dick. I also keep forgetting that there's an achievement for using your batteries as well, like 100 of them or something like that. Like you replacing the batteries like 100 times. And like I said, as somebody who played this game on Nightmare multiple times, and is like the master of conserving batteries because they recharge, you couldn't just like willy-nilly spin your batteries. So I typically have that problem where I continue to do that over and over again. Barry meets Rose.
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
Alright. Every time you hear that wind noise, you know guys are coming. They're out there somewhere. Probably just get back on the trail, right? Lover's Peak is this way. Is this up here? Oh, nice. Shotgun ammo. Kind of strange to give you like an over-under type of double-barrel shotgun. It's not very common in games. Yeah, here we go. That's what I was talking about. Big old guy like this. There we go. The Great Old One, felled by lightning. 1937. Felled by lightning in 1930. Oh, no, there's a guy over here. Never mind, let's... Felled by lightning in 1937, this exceptionally tall Rocky Mountain Douglas fir, you know that, was over 200 years old. According to local legends, it stretched beyond the stars. After it fell, it was measured to be 66 meters tall, nearly a record length. Whoa, whoa, buddy. Oh, you escaped. You escaped the deadly flare. One of the achievements that I felt was like one of the, I wouldn't say it's like very hard, it's just, it doesn't happen very often, is to kill 4 enemies at once with a flare gun. Boy. Got a bridge. Collapse on me, man. There we are. Start up the generator there. Wake sees the torch symbol.
Afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo. things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more.
Okay. Yeah, I think we, like I said, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I wonder who that could be. Phone's broke. So, see, there's a thermos over here. And like I said, like I'd mentioned, there's a few of them just kind of like lying around. Oh, look, there's one down there. Oh! I just wanted to step up to the edge. Okay. Alright. Sure. Yeah, anyway, there are, like I said, like some of them that are just off the beaten path. So let's not walk off the edge again. There's one down there. And, you know, they can be kind of difficult to find, especially when there's like 100 of them. Going through that list is a little difficult. Bear alert. Great. Oh. Some dudes down here. Start a rumble. Feel like, there you go. There it is. Come one, come all. Like I said, it's kind of difficult because it doesn't happen very often, but if you can get it, you know, I tried for the longest time to get it for a while, and I just couldn't. Because, like, the guys, they wouldn't be grouped up enough. Like, they need to group up together really close so that you can get the flare right in the middle of them. But they don't tend to do that very often. Got lucky there. Yeah, originally I got literally all but like a couple of the achievements for the original game. Like I got all the achievements for the like the original games, like the main game, not the DLCs. I did every achievement for the main game. And it took me multiple playthroughs just because of there were certain things like killing enemies with certain, you know, guns and stuff. You would have to use certain guns like a lot every time you would get them. You would want to use all the ammo for them. But yeah, it's probably what I'm going to do for this game too. Got a big old slice of log here. Dates from 1846, the year of the Oregon Treaty. This tree, the tree this room was cut from starts, I can't read that because my stream thing's in the way. The Oregon Treaty was signed. Other notable events marked on the rings. 1853, the Washington Territory was formed. 1878, the founding of the Bright Falls Mining Co. in the town itself. 1889, Washington was granted statehood. 1929, tree damaged in a forest fire. 1970, the Bright Falls Mining Company closes its doors after volcanic eruption below Cauldron Lake. 1980, Mount St. Helens erupts. And 1987, tree felled by storm. Boink. Did I grab that thermos? I did. How many do we have? 20. It's not bad. I suspect. Place your bets now. Place your guesses now on how many you think we'll get by the end of the game. I think we're gonna get at least 70. I think that we're gonna get at least 70 in total. Nightingale's arrival.
Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls.
Oh shit, I forgot about it.
Communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost.
So yeah, you'll find out about Agent Nightingale like way later. He's an FBI agent after Wake. He doesn't show up until at least, I can't remember if it's episode 4 or something. Maybe episode 3. I don't know. I can't remember. Great. Gondola. Gotta love a good old foresty mountain gondola like Resident Evil 4. Please keep doors closed. Remain seated and do not swing cabin. Keep arms and head inside at all times. Birds are gonna attack us here. Ah! Here they come. Yo!
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming.
It's a hunter guy.
Stuff.
That's the hunter, by the way, from the ferry. Beginning of the game, if you remember. It was like, Cindy boy. That same guy.
You can see them too?
Hell, of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story goes.
Yeah, but...
Let's move!
I lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him. It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kidnapper. Come on, Wake! You better keep up.
Yeah, so much for the gun, huh? Wow. For a hunter, you suck. So yeah, the hunter's the kidnapper. Almost. Is there anything over here? No.
Lover's Peak. Right up these stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off. Give me the gun. Yeah, no can do, Wake.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun!
No time for back talk. Pull them off, damn it.
Go.
Just a little longer. Scare them off. Get some light on those bastards. That'll keep them off us.
Yeah, well, hurry the fuck up.
Better get ready. They'll be on us soon.
The hell are you wandering off to?
This is it, Wake. Last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake.
God, he's really garbage. Here they come. Guys dropping in.
I know this hurts. Die already, die!
Oh god. Just trying to get out of the way. Nothing to it. You can't shoot worth damn.
Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were gonna say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're gonna bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her up.
We took a tumble. Where you off to, bud? Where you going?
You're gonna give me the manuscript or you'll be sorry. No!
Oh, you're
Come
about
back
to
here.
be sorry.
I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice. Do you hear me? Come back here!
He had Alice.
There's a cave down here.
And he wanted the manuscript because he thought it held some magical power. But I had no manuscript to give him. I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move.
Okay, there we go. So now we have some flares. And those flares, pretty much you can use like if you are in a pinch and you have a bunch of enemies on your ass. To be honest, I rarely ever use them, but, get the variety going, I guess. You give me the manuscript or you'll be sorry. Oh, there was a piece right here. You could have picked it up. Alice's fear of the dark.
On more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign, and nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant. Until now.
Until now. Alright, where the hell am I going? Through the wood. Oh, over here. Over this. So be careful. Okay. And then, could you imagine if, like, Alan's like, stop it! I saw you, don't think I didn't. What? No! What the? Yeah, what the hell, indeed?
Steve warned you about these traps. It hurt you. It was stuck.
Oh, God. I was wondering what that was. It's like, what is this flash? There's something over here. Maybe? What? Why is this rock like this? It's like a path through it. I don't know. So yeah, the glint, the light glint, I guess, is like to see the trap. I didn't even like remember that was the thing, but there we go. Oh God, I saw it right at the last second. Ow! You can shoot these, can you? Yeah. So we'll have a ton of ammo. Just gotta watch our ass, right? I put so many through here so that like a bear couldn't like walk through without actually stepping in one. It's a little over excessive, right? But you know. Oh, there's another one of those. Probably missed. I think is there like one per episode? No, there's 12. Maybe there's 2 per episode? I don't know. Like I said, it's only 2 of 12. So... Oh yeah, look at that dodge. Oh, look at that dodge again. Alan not being able to do anything. Fucker. Just Alan never being able to run, and like this is the reason why there's the achievement for making it from you have to make it from like I can't remember what the starting point is. We have to make this like make it from this location to Cauldron Lake in 30 minutes later in the game, and doing it doesn't seem so difficult, but the biggest issue is that you need to run like a lot, and Alan can't sprint for about, you know, literally 5 seconds. Woo! Oh, I dodged right into it. Oh, give him the smoke. Man. Back up off my ass. Yeah, Alan can't sprint for like about 5 seconds before he's fucking exhausted. Pizza. Beach shit. Yeah, Nightmare one of the things that you want to do is to try to like lure those guys into the woods, so that you can start that up and keep them from getting you. Oh, we got an achievement for getting pages. Wake, here's a chainsaw.
One desperate situation after another. I was exhausted.
25.
And my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw.
Oh boy. So yeah, we're pretty much close to a quarter of the way through those manuscript pages. Hunting rifle. I actually prefer the hunting rifle to the shotgun. More accurate. Holds more rounds too. Just as powerful, but you know. Is there anything up there maybe? Come on now, you think you can sprint uphill a little bit? No, doesn't look like it. Oh. Where's the focus?
I had heard the plane fall. It made no sense. It was clear that it had just fallen here, but it was very old and obviously hadn't flown in decades. Looking at it sent a shiver down my spine.
Alright, let's go check out the plane, shall we? Let's get my pistol out, because the hunting rifle, we don't want to waste all the ammo of that. What we got here? So yeah, the whole idea basically is that we have to like get the we have to like move the plane so that we can get like on top of it. Is Alan not like able to grab this? How are we supposed to get like the wing down? Maybe we go up the other wing? Oh. There we go, okay. Get this box. Another flare in there. Alright, well I think that's it here. I mean, there could be shit lying around. I just don't know if there is or not. Alright, so we'll go... Because, like, yeah, once you drop down, it's like there's no going back. God damn it. I did not want to do that either. Yeah, there we go. Right at the last second. Making my way through the woods. This place, the old mill. Just Alan huffing and puffing. I was playing Far Cry 6 last night. Same thing. They like huff and puff and shit. Go, we'll reload. Oh. Careful, because Alan can't swim. Oh, oh. Oh god. Oh shit. Old meal. Oh, you gotta watch out for the oil slicks, the goo stains. Because if you step on them, they hurt you. They hurt you. Watch out for the goo stains. Page out here. Deputies at the lodgings. Is it logging?
The logging site was a mess. The modular office had been pushed off the cliff.
Logging site.
Deputy Thornton climbed up from the wreckage excited, breathing hard from the exertion. Nobody there. It's weird. Don't you think that's weird? Bored, Mulligan let out a mighty snort. Hell, it's always weird, Thornton. Just a question of sorting out what kind of weird it is this time around.
It's always weird, Thornton. That's where I used to live in Colorado. I lived in Thornton. Thornton, Colorado. I kind of miss it. I mean, I miss it now that I live in Arizona, but... Nice. Barry and Elderwood.
The darkness attacked the visitor center. It made him a believer. The men Al said he'd shot, they hadn't been just locals on crank. Somehow the world had changed, like the channel had been switched without warning. You think you're watching a sitcom, and you're really watching a horror show. When the birds started attacking the cabin, Barry wasn't surprised, just terrified.
Because he realized that Alan had been right the entire time. Get out of here, goo. Thermos. Where? Oh, here we go. It's like repair. The ladder. God. All right, there we go. Darkness wears her face. Uh-oh. See ya, bitch. Oh, more hunting rifle ammo in here. Yeah, it's like a lot of times if you don't use the weapons, if you just kind of like do what I do, which is like, oh, I think there's a manuscript page, yeah. Where you like, oh god, save it for like other enemies, you'll never end up using it. And there's like weapon achievements for all of it. Wake feels the dark presence.
Shadows stirred and the wind picked up as I ran through the forest. I felt the dark presence turning its gaze toward me. Then the moonlight was blotted out by dark shadows that raced violently across the ground, moving too swiftly to be natural. Darkness gathered between the trees and melted again to reveal the Taken. No natural path had brought them here.
Just like with like, you know, the batteries and stuff. If you don't use the batteries, you'll always be full. And then like, you won't get the achievement. But like I said, you know, on Nightmare, woo! On Nightmare, it's a bit of a different story. Get some. Drop hazard. Flare here. Full on revolver ammo. You'd be surprised on how thin you stretch out a lot of stuff, you know, on other difficulties. Like, we're playing on easy, sure. Oh yeah, here comes the chainsaw guy. You know, easy, yeah, it's, you know, it's not hard to be able to have enough supplies for everything, but on Nightmare, it gets a little bit more... a little bit of a story on Nightmare. I fucking just miss him twice. See you later, bitch. No, maybe I did hit him. I don't know. Did I just fucking miss him twice with the fucking hunting rifle? That's why a lot of times I'll do a lot of like jumping and shit. Just because like Alan can't run, so. Because he gets tired from sprinting, so I'll end up just like jumping and shit. Try to gain distance.
Barry?
Ow! The porch is covered with birds. They've got all Hitchcock on me.
Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door.
What am I, crazy?
Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you keep the lights on.
Yeah, you can see the birds over there, actually. Well, that's where we're going to call it for this part. And then when we return, we'll be right here. And, yeah, we'll continue with episode 2, which actually, I believe ends after we make it back to the cabin and help Barry. So I'll see you all on the next one. Take care and goodbye.